And the formula of sequence. Let's say I have this sequence. I think we've talked about this before, haven't we? 9, 12, 15. Have we? Sequences are usually divided into terms. In other words, right here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms right there, and they go on forever, probably. That's why it's called a sequence. Okay. This, if it's the first number given, that is what we call the first term. The 6 is the second term. The 9 is the third term. The 12 is the fourth term, and the 15 is the 5 term. Okay, this top is the number of the term. This bottom one is what we call the value. The value of the first term. The value of the first term is 3. The value of the second term is 6. The value of the third term is 9. And the reason we tell you that is because there is a little formula that a lot of times is given. If you look at the term and you look at the value of the term, what do you do to go to the number of the term to get the value of the term? In other words, what do you do to 1 to get 3, 2 to get 6, 3 to get 9, 4 to get 12? You get what? You do what? Just multiply by 3. Now, we can write that in a formula that looks like this. And usually it looks like this. It goes AN equals 3 times n. When you see a sequence formula, write this down. The letter n is the number of the term. And the letter A is the value of the term. Okay, when you see these sequence formulas, it's going to be the letter N is the number of the term, the letter A is the value of the term. So if you have a formula like this, let's say I asked you for the next term, which is the 6th term. If I want to know the 6th term, okay, what is the letter N? And for every place I see an N, I put a 6. Okay, so here's my formula. The letter N is 6, so I write it like this. A sub 6. Now this doesn't stand for a number. This just tells me the letter A stands for a value. The value of the 6th term equals 3 times what N equaled, which was 6. So the value of the 6th term equals, what is 3 times 6? A equals 18. That means for the 6th term, I would get an 18. So the only thing really to remember is that you're going to plug in the letter N, whatever they tell you the number of the term is. It's kind of confusing, but not really if you think about it. Here's another example. A rule for a sequence is a to the n equals 2 to the n. Write this down. A to the n equals 2 to the nth power. Okay? If I asked you for the 3rd term, if I asked you for the 3rd term, what are you going to do? The letter N is, every place there's an N, you put the 3 because it's the 3rd term I'm looking for. So if you're putting that in this little formula here, you get A to the 3rd term. The value of the 3rd term equals 2 to the third power. What is 2 to the third power? 2 times 2 times 2 is, so the value of the third term equals 8, and this would be your answer. Okay, don't this little 3 doesn't do anything but really labels. Okay, it's not so you're not doing any math with that little 3. It's just a way to tell the person that you're looking for the value, which this stands for, of the third term. It doesn't really do any mathematical stuff here. How about this one? A to the sub n equals 1 plus, I believe it's 2n. 1 plus 2n. And the book says, find the first 3 terms. So what would that look like? I am looking for the first 3 terms. So I'm looking for where n is number 1, n is 2, and n is 3. So it would look like this. The first term equals 1 plus 2 times 1, which would be what? It's 2 times 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. The second term would be 1 plus 2 to the second power, to the second, because it's the second term, n equals 2. So 2 times 2 is, plus 1 is 5. And the third term, a to the third term, equals 1 plus 2 times 3. So the third term would be 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. What would be the 15th term? And how would you figure that out? Well, you put 15 here and there. The value of the 15th term is 1 plus 2 times 15. Did I do something wrong? No, it's just 2n, sorry. I probably said it wrong. It's not 2 to the n power, it's just 2 times n. Did I do one of them wrong?
No, I just have
2 to the 15th is 30 plus 1 is 31. So the value of the 15th term is 31. Should just be n. I probably said it wrong. I probably said it. It should be n. It should have been 2 times n. Other than that, oh wait, here's one more. Check this one out. How about this one? Most complicated one you'll see. A to the sub n equals n times n plus 1 all over something, 2. What if I wanted to find the 10th term? The 10th term would, how would you write that out? Mathematically, you write out a sub 10. The value of the 10th term is 10 times 10 plus 1 all over 2. 10 times 10 plus 1 all over 2. And then what would I do first here? 10 plus 1 is 11 times 10 is, and then 110 divided by 2 is, right, so the value of the 10th term would be 55. Handy and or dandy?